Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Building a Model and Chatting. I am Taco. It's great to have you here on this Sunday afternoon. And I know it's been a while. I've been busy with doing a paint job and also what else have I been doing? Been watching a lot of sports. So and just personal build, working on that. So, but I figured I had some time and thought, got cranking on this duel. I mean, we're almost done with the main Gundam part. Then we got weapons and the actual Assault Shroud. So, and we got a ways still to build. But it's looking good. Alright, well, I'm going to get started. And let's see. It wants this connected. Ah, okay, I see how it wants it. Instructions aren't very good, but it wants it like that. Hopefully the video works all right. It's a little bit closer than I usually like, but hey, why not give it a try? Oh, they want it like that. Okay. All right. So then we take this piece and it goes. It's gonna go in there and in there. So if you can see, it goes in that one nub, and then this part goes in the hole up here, which is pretty standard for a lot of uh, the legs for around this time of era. And then this goes like that. And this just stays like that. And then we just need to put that on there. We like show. So that's one of them. And let's see here. Again, this goes like. So you put in this part in this hole. And then this goes over here. Or do I have that back? I think I had that backwards. Or the one piece. Yeah, I have the one piece upside down. It goes like this and this. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense. There we go. So there's those. Now we gotta work at the next step. So we gotta cut out PC5 times 2. That's these. There we go. No, not gonna need the PC for a while now. And we need E. 1 and 2 twice. I cut much closer nowadays than I used to the part. And I just noticed that I'm not cutting on camera. Thinking that it might be a little, camera might be a little too close, but I don't like the idea of adjusting it. I guess I'll try. Okay, I think that's a little better. Wasn't gonna try, but I figure I should. There we go. Hopefully the video's smooth. It looks not that smooth on my iPad that I have watching it, but I don't know if that's just my internet being funny. Of course, if that's funny, then it's funny on the casting part as well. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Those. We'll take our razor and just lightly. GP101 from Stardust, God Gundam, and Exia. I'm a fan of Exia. It's between that and Double Riser for one of the top three spots. I suck. I originally was a fan of Freedom, but now I think I do like either the Rising or the Mighty Strike Freedom. So that would be. And then let's see. I know I'm so not doing a top three. I'm doing like a top six practice. Yeah, I'm doing a top six basically. It's between series. So like I would say the Seed series with the whole Mighty Strike Freedom and Strike Freedom. I don't like the regular Strike Freedom. I like the basic Freedom. But and then the other series that I really do like the kits from is from the Char's Counter Attack slash the manga. I'm a sucker for the Hainu with the funnels and also the Sazabi. I mean, it's the Sazabi is up there just because of the uniqueness. It's beefy, packs a punch. It's got the funnels or bits. I guess it's bits, not so much funnels. I'm actually just starting to work on the Master Grade Sananju OVA version. That's going to be my next paint project. So right now I'm cutting off the parts, and then I'm going to have to cut the nubs off and really sand them good, make it all smooth because I'm doing a candy. It's going to be a candy color. It's going to be green, and it's going to be really shiny and sparkly and all that, or not sparkly, but it'll be high gloss. So that will be. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be a little bit of a challenge, but I think it'll turn out great. But that's gonna be a massive project between getting everything cut and sanded properly, uh, and then painted. That'll be probably a good 2-month project. I've I've dabbled a little bit in kit bashing, but I haven't been able to really do too much yet. I have the parts for it between all the like I don't want to say garbage kits, but like my early on kits that don't fit exactly right and have pieces missing or falling apart. That just don't look good. And so like I will probably try to figure out something with all of those and do a kit bash. Might be a good idea after I'm done with the Sinanju paint job to work on that and figure something out with that. Because I don't know. I'm curious. I've got a lot of parts, and so a lot of extras. So I could do something. Well, I always recommend getting back into something you enjoy, and jumping into kit bashing. That's quite the thing to really jump into after not doing it since elementary school. But hey, if you feel confident in it, go do it. Otherwise, practice on, get your skills up from some high grades or master grades, depending what you feel like. Uh, a lot of the newer high grades are very good. They've really improved those over the years. I've actually only been building July 1st was my first kit. Not this year. So I've been doing this. This is going to be my third year. I've completed 2 years of building, and now I airbrush them and a little customization, but not much. I I haven't got to that level yet of skill. But here, I will, once I finish cutting and sanding this one, I will show you my current paint project that I'm in the middle of. It's actually a third-party kit called Oberon, and I'm doing it in a color scheme of it's between X-Men's Archangel or Galactus. I've heard both. So I'll show it in just a moment here after I finish sanding this. Well, if it's been since elementary school since you've done it, you probably have the model building's probably kind of a lot farther improved since you did it back then. Hey Johnny, great to see you. Just in time, I was about to show off Oberon. I haven't got the wings painted yet, but I do have the whole main main model of it. So can't really show too much, but this is what I've got of Oberon done so far. I really like how the legs turned out. I think the legs turned out the best, but the uh, the color pattern actually turned out like super. I'm happy with it because I didn't want to go, okay, this part's gray, so I'll just use the magenta for that color. I didn't want to do that, and so like it was more inspired off of Archangel's costume and how the lines are, and so I kind of wanted the lines off of that, and then the brief lines that kind of come down a little bit with the purple. It's magenta. It was supposed to be more of a pinkish hue, but I didn't have the right pinkish hue, and I don't want to get another pink paint. I've already got like magenta and some there's like a metallic one, and then there's an orange that kind of turned out pinkish. I don't know. Somehow I have like 3 or 4 shades are close to pink. All while I haven't painted a single thing pink. As I was telling Mark, uh, I just started cutting out the Sinanju parts, and then I'll be sanding those, and then I'm gonna be doing a candy green for Sinanju. So, and I got some metal rivets for the belt line, and uh, nice. Sorry. Uh, what was I just? I was in the middle of saying something. I got distracted by the chat. Uh, wow. So, like, trying to think of exactly what I was going to say. Um, oh, so it's going to be a candy green. Yeah, the Sinanju. Yeah, that's right. Candy green. And then you know how like the belt usually has like 8 or 10 of those plastic gray circular items that go around the waist. I actually end up with some, or I picked up some metal ones for it of the same size. So one, I don't have to sand all those small parts and then paint them. And two, I think it will make it stand out a little bit more. All right, that one is rather easy. Yes, just go like that. And I got some like gold metal decals to put for the the different lines and symbols on it, but I'm unsure. I may try to paint it with the gold, but I'm not confident in my ability with that so much. So I am very unsure. And so then that bends like that, and that bends like that, and it all bends nicely. And I actually have 2 shades of candy green. I don't know if I'm going to do both shades or if I'm going to stick to one shade. Thinking I'll stick to one shade because it's not like the Sazabi, which the Sazabi had the 2 shades. Sinanju doesn't really have 2 shades. It's black and red, and then the frame was gray. So it's not that intensive of different colors. But I could also make it my own and add a little bit more to it. It's definitely going to be my biggest candy experiment to date, or candy project. I won't say experiment. Except, oh, I should show because I did. It's a little bit of a candy type thing. I did the shield for Oberon, and I did marble. So I'm going to show that real quick because that turned out really cool. I think. So this is part of the shield for Oberon. Kind of hard to show because of the gloss, but it's kind of the marble type look. And so with how that turned out very good, I should be able to do. I'm fairly confident about the candy. All right, now I got to put that somewhere where it doesn't get wrecked. Uh, my main issue with painting Oberon has probably been when I've had to put it together. So many of the parts were tight fit. Like it was, I'm like nervous, like pretty sure I was gonna break it a couple times. It's not my. I wouldn't say it's my prized possession, Mark. I mean, it's my biggest paint project to date. But I would say, hmm, I'd probably say my perfect grade Exia or Banshee, which I didn't paint, would probably be my. I don't even want to say prized possession, but they're bigger kits and just look super nice and detailed. The one I would love to get is the Unicorn Perfectibility, but that's out of the price range and no plans to get it, which I'm fine with. Yeah, Oberon is a 1/100 scale technically. Yeah, the wings are going to be. Oh, I don't know what to think of the wings. That's going to be a big pain. 9 and 13. There's 9. Because I haven't. These pieces, the pieces for Oberon, have not been put together before painted. Like some of the frame parts were, but like none of the armor was at all. And so, you know, getting the fitting right is a little bit tough. And not scratching it or anything like that. And the one problem I ran into with the darker colors I used was that it 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 didn't show panel lines and water slides very well. Like I basically have not used many water slides because of it. Granted, Oberon didn't have that many ones to begin with, but the ones it did have were black, and they don't show over the blue. The magenta a little bit, but not as much. Still not as much. So the Sinanju with the uh, gold water slides or stickers, whatever ones I end up using, they will pop because it's gold against green. But if it was like black, it probably wouldn't show. That's just my opinion. All right. We need F5. This probably won't be too long of a stream. It's been a while, and so I wanted to get on and chat with people for a while and just have a good stream. I hadn't done a weekend stream in a while, so I was curious to see if people show up for that. And it's not the craziest group, but I'm happy with it. And I always like my regulars, like Johnny. So I always want to thank you, sir, because you make it easier to stream. Having someone in chat to talk to rather than just me building. I am rather curious about and I decided to stream over the end of the Brewer game. Yeah, I'm so curious about the score, but I'm not going to worry about it until after I'm done streaming. They were down 1, so I was a little like, not happy about that. They weren't hitting very well. When I turned it off, they had runners on second and third with no outs, and they proceeded to strike out and then get into a double play and scored 0 runs. So that was frustrating. So hey, you get a little bit of everything on this channel. I must say, I do love these God hands. Like when they cut like so good that you don't even need the sand half the time. My only issue is there's this little pit, like right. See if I can show. There's a little pit. You can see like how it's a triangle right there. There's this little pit, and nubs love to get stuck right in there. Drives me mad. And they're a pain to get out too. That's my opinion, at least. Otherwise, they cut great. There we go. I debated doing some type of diorama with Oberon, but I think I'm just gonna use the stand it comes with and just display it that way. Debating if I want to display both of them. I don't really have much shelf space, so I'm like, do I just display the painted one, or do I do the painted and non-painted? And I do think it's funny that since came up with the idea of painting that one, that they released not one but 2 different color variants. The black and red was actually my original thought, but then I was like, well, what's the point if they made a retail one? Yes, I'm gonna paint I'm gonna do painting the whole base and everything. Don't know how I'm gonna do the base yet. I'm gonna do something that will make it pop. But yes, I'll definitely be painting the base because I'll even be painting the acrylic, the clear parts as well. So it's gonna get fully painted. That'll be the last part to get painted. I forget if I've even cut that. I don't even think I've cut that out yet. And I don't know how I'm going to do the big crane arm, the actual like mechanical part. So I'm trying to find the right metallic color for the feathers and also like the armor parts of it. That's where I'm struggling at the moment with it. And wow, it's tempting to cut that, but nope. I'm surprised how long it's taken for me to like do these steps. Like it used to be like where I'd get through a whole section each time, but nope, not anymore. I think this is the second or third stream with the legs. So yeah. And once I finish the Sinanju, I have I have uh, burned through my my backlog. It'll be the first time I think since I started that I'll have the zero backlog. Feels weird saying that, but I took my no spending seriously, and it'll be roughly 3 months of not buying a model. So that's crazy good for me. It's because I'm taking more time with how I build nowadays. It's not super fast. Even this is a little bit faster than what I've been normally doing. And that Sinandra is going to take forever to sand. Well, not as much as Oberon. Oberon was a oof. Now that was a challenge. All right, let's put this one together. All right, there's that. That nicely flushed together. I said that part, yeah. Now, I can't have a no backlog. It is very weird. It actually makes me slightly anxious not having a backlog. But even then, I'm gonna have to be good. All right. So weird. Okay. All right. It doesn't fit right. Why doesn't that fit right? Do it on this side just so I can see better. It's like there's a space. These, it's all cut out, right? Yeah, it shouldn't stick out like it is. Ah, there it goes. At least the one side did. Hmm. Yeah, I don't. I have a hard time like if it's like one of the like P Bandai kits. Like one of the special ones that you can't get in stores. I'm anxious about doing any of those like paint wise. There it goes. All right, that took a little maneuvering. So you gotta give this one a little bit muscle. Looks like this is how it goes, or it fits smoothly. Go figure. Sorry if I've been banging the camera and it moving. Wasn't my intention. Come on. It does not want to go in. Ah, come on. Let's try before I get the sanding paper out. Yeah, it just doesn't want to. Well, it's squeezed. Somehow it got squeezed in there. Well, I don't like that. It'd also help if didn't put it upside down. And now it's loose. You can't win sometimes. I don't know how I got it or I mistaked it like that, but I did. Sometimes you just can't win. I must say, I do kind of like the color gray this is. I think I got this color gray, but I'm unsure completely. What I should do is just use the mix it like the colors, mix the colors together like the there's that one coloring guide in each of the instructions that tells you the the actual ratio. I should actually try and maybe recreate some of the colors that I'm like, oh, I want that color, and then I buy a bunch of paints, and none of them ever match it like how I would like. That's the tough part is measuring out exactly. I mean, I'm sure there's room to make a little bit of mistake, but like not much. All right, that bottom piece I got really seated it. I am jealous that you did get the angle heavy arms. Though I do not, I really do not want to do another Gundam wing kit. To me, they're almost just had fragile parts, and they're so much. They're so on the small scale of master grade. It's like doing a high grade or real grade, at least in my opinion. It's been what almost 45 minutes, and I've completed like after this, I'll have completed 2 steps, and one of those steps was already pre-cut from the previous stream. Suppose I think there's an announcement coming either this week or next week of they're announced like 1 or 2 new kits, I believe. I'll be curious of what they announce. I mean, it could be a Turn X since that's on its 30th anniversary. It still could be a Gundam Wing kit from its 30th anniversary. It could be from G Gundam, which is coming off of its 30th anniversary. Could be G Quax. Could be which from Mercury. Could be since we did the new Gundam, we're gonna do the Sazabi Perfect Grade. Hey, Sweet Sugar, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Colorado didn't, where you're from, didn't get the smoke from Canada, did it? It was bad here for a couple days. Like different things were canceled. It was pretty crazy. All right, come on. Squishy. I'm guessing squishy taco toy. Nice. Aw, you're saying that I'm nice to people? I got you fooled like everyone else. Mwahaha. I'm completely evil. Grr. I do have a mean streak occasionally. I will admit that. I think everyone does, though. Yeah, that's good. I know you have your health issues too, so like not having that smoke is gotta be nice. Come on. There we go. This one's going on a lot smoother. Once I'm done with this, I get to check the score of the Brewer game. Hopefully they came back and won. All right. Well, we've got that done. We didn't get too much done today, but we were productive. And yeah, so I don't know, I'm not going to give a specific day I'm going to stream. It's kind of random a little bit, so keep your notifications on. YouTube doesn't always notify like it should. But yeah, I'll try to be at least a little regular, at least once a week. Kind of got away with from me with the painting, and so yeah, I keep thinking people want me to private message them because in my StreamYard it gives the time, and of course it's PM or it's in the PM, but it doesn't fit on the first line with the number, so it's below that it says PM and then the rest of the message. So I'm like, every time I see it, I'm like, I'm supposed to private message all these people? But I figured it out pretty quickly. I'm not completely inept. All right, so there's that. I'll give one more show of the latest paint project that I'm still working on. I got the wings to do, but this is the current paint project. If we can get it without too much. So this is all painted. I'm fairly happy with it. All right, well, I've been 50 minutes, it looks like, and I like to try to stay around the 50 to an hour and 15 time. So I'm gonna call it there. We got that step done, and then the next step would be it's not bad, but it's still a little bit. So we're gonna hold that on until next time. Okay, sweet. I don't know if I have you on Discord. Uh, if I do, I'll DM you some pics I have of it. Good to see you too, sweet. Johnny, it's always good to see you, sir. Mark, it was great to meet you and talk to you for a little bit. Until next time, for everyone, be kind to one another, enjoy your hobby, and take time for yourself each day. Bye.